Hey everyone, and welcome. So if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by juggling a dozen different marketing tools, and you just want to finally get a handle on your email marketing and automation, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are going to dive deep into GoHigh Level's built-in tools to make your life so much easier.
I mean, does this sound familiar? This is what a real user said about trying to manage a bunch of disconnected tools. You know that feeling, right? Clicking around, copying and pasting between your CRM, your email provider, your phone dialer. It's a massive productivity killer.
And that right there is the exact problem GoHigh Level was created to solve. Its whole reason for existence is to be that all-in-one platform, designed to replace that messy, scattered pile of software. Just think about it, your CRM, your funnel builder, and most importantly for us today, your email marketing powerhouse all living happily under one roof. No more trying to duct tape everything together.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with why having one platform is such a game changer. Then we'll get into the super critical setup to make sure your emails actually land in the inbox, not the spam folder. After that, we'll build an email together, put it on autopilot with workflows, and then finish up with some really cool power plays using triggers and logic. All right, let's jump in.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about consolidation. Because before you can really do any cool automation, you've got to bring all your tools into one place. This isn't just about making things tidy, it's about making your data and your marketing finally talk to each other.
And this quote right here, it just nails the whole point of GoHigh Level. We're not talking about just handling a few small tasks. Like this user says, you can run pretty much your entire sales and marketing operation from right inside this one tool. I mean, imagine when your email system knows exactly who visited your sales page, and your CRM knows exactly who opened that follow-up email. That's when things start to get really powerful. All right, next up, setup. Now listen, I cannot stress this enough. Getting this part right is the difference between your emails getting opened and read and them going straight to the digital graveyard that is the spam folder. This is your foundation, so you gotta get it right. So inside GoHigh Level, you've basically got two main paths for sending emails. On the left, you've got Lead Connector or LC Email. This is GoHigh Level's own built-in system, and it is fantastic. It's the It Just Works option that means you don't need another third-party service. It's perfect for getting started fast. On the right, you've got Mailgun, which is for more advanced users who need super deep control. But honestly, for almost everyone, Lead Connector is the way to go.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. If you just sign up and start blasting emails without doing any setup, your contacts are going to see this weird little tag that says via mg.msgndr.com. Not only does it look kind of unprofessional, but email providers like Gmail and Outlook see it as a huge red flag, and that can absolutely crush your chances of ever hitting the inbox. The good news is, fixing this is a pretty simple three-step process. First, you just go into your settings and tell GoHigh Level you want to use a dedicated subdomain. Something like mail.yourbusiness.com. Second, GHL is going to spit out a few little pieces of text called DNS records. Then third, you just copy those records and paste them into wherever you bought your domain from, like GoDaddy or Cloudflare. This basically proves to the internet that you've given GoHigh Level permission to send emails as you. It's an absolute must-do for anyone serious about email.
All right, with that technical foundation all set, we can get to the fun part, actually building the emails that are going to wow your audience.
And you really don't need to be a designer or some coding genius. GoHigh Level gives you a whole library of templates to get started. From there, it's all drag and drop. You can pull in text, images, buttons, whatever you need to build anything from a simple one-off email blast to a whole multi-step email campaign. You can seriously whip up a professional-looking email in just a few minutes.
Okay, and now we arrive at the real engine of GoHigh Level's power. Workflows. This is how you put your marketing on autopilot. And I call it the scary part because, let's be real, when you look at that blank automation builder for the first time, it can feel a little intimidating.
And look, it's not just you. This is a really common feeling. The sheer amount of possibility can feel overwhelming at first. But I'm telling you, pushing through that initial learning curve is what unlocks the real magic of this platform. Once it clicks, you'll honestly wonder how you ever ran your business without it.
So what even is a workflow? At its core, it's just a recipe. Every single workflow starts with a trigger. That's the when X happens part. And that trigger kicks off a series of actions. That's the do why part. That is it, a trigger and then an action. Everything else we're going to talk about is just adding more steps to that very simple formula.
And this is the perfect simple example. So what's the trigger? Someone fills out your contact form. What's the first action? Bam! Instantly send them a thank you email.
This is how you can start to schedule or drip out campaigns. Then we can add a little pause. Let's wait for 1 hour. And after that hour is up, another action. Send a follow-up text message. Just like that, you've built an automated follow-up machine that makes sure no lead ever gets forgotten again.
Okay, so you've got the fundamentals down. Now let's look at how we can make these workflows really, really smart. This is where we go from just basic follow-up to creating truly personalized journeys for every single customer.
The key to all of this is using something called if-else logic. Now, that's just a fancy term for making the workflow ask a question and then sending the person down a different path based on their answer. Think of it like a fork in the road for your automation.
And here's a perfect real-world example. Let's say a lead fills out a form and tells you their income. The workflow can instantly check, does this income meet our criteria? If the answer is yes, they go down path 1 and automatically get an email with a link to book a call. If the answer is no, they go down path 2 and get added to a long-term educational email series. You are sorting and personalizing your follow-up automatically without lifting a finger.
And just to show you how absolutely wild this can get, check out this real-world example from a user. They have a workflow where a survey submission triggers a webhook. That webhook zaps the data over to an external tool, which then asks Chatgpt to create a custom quote based on the survey answers. Then that quote gets sent back into GoHigh Level and is automatically emailed to the lead. I mean, that is some next-level intelligent automation right there.
Now, a quick word on pricing, because this can be a little confusing. Your monthly GoHigh Level fee, that covers the software itself. The actual cost to send emails and texts is separate. It's based on your usage. And this analogy just nails it. You're paying for the car, but you still have to pay for the gas you use. It's a really fair model that just scales up as your business grows.
So, let's do a quick recap of the big ideas here. First, GoHigh Level brings all your tools into one place so you can ditch your separate email provider. Second, setting up that dedicated sending domain, it is not optional, it is absolutely essential. Third, workflows are your secret weapon to automate everything and make sure no lead is ever forgotten. And finally, using that advanced logic lets you create these incredibly personalized experiences for your customers at scale. And that's a wrap. So I want to leave you with this one question to really think about. After seeing everything this can do, what is the #1 most repetitive, most tedious task in your business right now that you could just hand over to a workflow? Really think about it, because that's your first step to getting back hours and hours of your time. Thanks so much for watching.